Good morning. Hola. Aloha. How are you guys this morning? It's been so long, my hair grew. Honestly, honestly. Uh, I have been quiet. Very, very quiet. We have had some things going on here and there. So sometimes, matter of fact, all the times for me, when it is really hectic, I will step back. And it's been hectic. It has been hectic, I will say that. But it's okay. It's all very good, hectic, and good morning. Um, most of it. Most of it. So we're plunging forward, plugging, trudging. Trudging is a good word. Trudging, to trudge. To trudge. Oh, that's not going on anymore. Well, it still is going on. I still have that sale going on, so I'm not going to take it down. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful friends. Um, it's just a really cool morning. It just is. It's just such a cool morning. I'm gonna do an email here shortly, but our show sold out. Like all of our vendor booths are full. Everything's full. I'm so excited. Like plowing. I don't know about that with Teresa. I'll go with trudge. Trudge. To trudge. I can't remember his definition of to trudge. It's in A Knight's Tale. What are you doing? I'm trudging. What is to drudge? Trudge. Trudging. Plowing sounds dirty. Mary but Mayberry. Not good. Very emotional week. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Doesn't sound well, but we're going to put it in that direction, right? So, never miss a comment. Click on a chat message to display it on screen. Okay. They threw something new up there. So yes, we're really excited. And as a matter of fact, we've already sold like 7 booths in the November show. So if you guys are anybody that's watching this now or later on, going to purchase a booth in the November show, that's going to be November 14th and 15th at the Lucas County Rec Center. Trudge. good day. We're already so we already have people selecting booths, and it's a good idea if you're going to be a vendor to get your booth now. And we have a payment plan set up on that again, because you know what, especially people that do vendor events like this, it can be difficult to get all your money together at one time. So I think that's going to be a thing that we stick with as long as people don't screw us. It is something we are able to do, so why not, right? Jesse, yeah. So, there's some. I mean, there's 100, you guys, 100 booths in the November Expo available. 100. So we're opening it up to oddities as well as spirituality, because I think they're just different sides of the same coin, right? We have you have the macabre, and that's the death side, and you have the light, and that's the other side. So we're going to bring it all together, and we're going to have so much fun. And that's November, but we are sold out in March. All of our vendor booths. And here's Sam. Can we open another row? I'm like, shut your dirty mouth. Because I love him, but he doesn't do any of it. I mean, he has a muggle job, so I'm doing all of it. And I'm like, no, we're not opening another row. We're just not doing it. So I would rather be sold out and have a wait list than make it too big for our area. So here we are. There we are. Whoa! That's my morning. That's my morning joy. But I haven't been on in a while. we have, there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of things right now. There's a lot of celestial things going on. Jansen was telling me about them. I am not an astrologer. I don't keep up with it. Honestly, I just kind of trip through life like a squirrel. Blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of a turkey, isn't it? But anyways, I continue on, and I have people tell me things. But I will tell you that spending time in the hospital has brought out energies that just want to talk and communicate and follow around and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, I got stuff and things. So I'm having to do a good amount of protection on my energetic field at this time. So my uncle has been in critical care since, well, he's not critical now, since the 31st of last month. But today they are sending him to the Laurels in Defiance, so he can be close by, so I don't have to keep running to Toledo. He's now officially being sent away. So we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, but it'll be closer, and I will have more time to do the things I need to do. Okay. I know. I got on like a whirlwind. Whirlwind. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room this morning? Can I get a witness? Yeah. Oh, so much better, Jansen. I mean, you squirrel every day. Every day. I was watching, I'm monologuing. I was watching a video, the guys that were up in Michigan, like the British guys, right? They're so Josh and whatever. And they were doing a video, and they're like, even the Midwestern squirrels are different, right? Even the Midwestern squirrels are different. And they were videoing this black squirrel, like it's melanistic variant, right? In the squirrels. And they're like, the squirrels aren't even the same color. Like, oh my God. Yes, the squirrels are weird here. But there was only like 2 places in the country, or I don't even if it's the world, that we have black squirrels. Did you guys know that? It's very unique. It's very beautiful. Just an FYI, you're a little delayed on your comments. Oh, okay. Am I? I'm not surprised. Everything's delayed today. I don't know what's going on, but my internet was weird. All right. This is for Heather Johns. Look at that. My guys are like, hey, Heather. Heather, all will be well. Oh my gosh. So they're starting off with the cups on this, and they're both reversed, right? So that feeling of having thing grand rising. You saw a white squirrel? Really? That would be what, an albino squirrel. I would assume that would be a thing too. Interesting, Hallie. Interesting. So Heather, they're talking about sometimes the feeling of joy gets sucked out of life. And sometimes we have a hard time seeing the things that have been placed in front of us because we're stubborn. Heather, I know you're not stubborn. But you happen to see the joy in all things. I know that's not what the card says but you live in a state of gain, and you live in this state of seeing the positive sides, even when other people cannot. Hi, everybody. 20 black squirrels in a tree. It's weird. So having traveled all over the country and lived in a whole bunch of different places, when you come back home and you see black squirrels, you're like, I miss that. We are unique. We are unique. Sending love from the other side of Ohio. April Lynn, how are you this morning? I've only seen one at BV. We'll get to see another one at BV. Or what do you see? I don't know what we're talking about. You live in a state of confusion. That's a great Phil Collins song. Look at all the people out here. Okay. So that's you, Heather. You've got it. You and your positive attitude lifts other people up. Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. I am so sorry I have not been on lately, you guys. I have been I do stupid things, like not stupid things. Everything I do has purpose, but how do I grab one of these? I'm very much of a nuanced person. Like I think of all the little things. Oh, I can't get out. Never mind. But all the little details of putting this together, I had no idea, and now I'm like learning all the little things. So I'm working and I'm slaving and I'm working. Okay, all right, moving on. Sometimes this feeling of joy gets sucked out of life. Well, don't you say? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? So this morning is a historic morning for us. What started as a hey, you know what? Jesse will get this. Hey, you know what? We can do this better. Turned into we are fully booked. Our vendor spaces are fully booked. So if you live in Ohio, Northwest Ohio, in our region, whatever, we are our vendors are fully booked. We have 45 vendors and readers for the Napoleon Expo in March 14th and 15th. And that's so exciting for our area. It really is. And we're doing a ton of advertising. So we're getting so much response on the advertising side of this and people buying tickets, advanced tickets and everything. It is mind blowing. I'm kerfunkled. I really am, because I'm like, you just never know where you're going to end up doing, what you're going to end up doing. Okay, this is for Darlene OZ. How are you this morning? Look at me, I got all kerfunkled. Okay, if you guys, thank you so much for sharing out, Trisha. Okay. Darlene, and I bet you've never heard that before in your life. Darlene. Okay, Darlene. Oh man, don't let men steal your thunder. Don't let men steal your thunder. You have all the things as long as you walk. Oh, this is such a beautiful reading. Location of that is in Napoleon, Ohio, April. So up here in Northwest Ohio, southwest of Toledo. And then in November, we are having a big one in Maumee. That's going to have 100 vendors, and we will fill it. That's the way I went into this. Like, it'll fill up. It's going to be fine. We're filling. And it did. Okay. So, Darlene, you have everything you need to move forward in life without you must do this from a man. Okay. This is so funny because this is the Queen of Cups. Keep in control of your emotions, and everything is at your fingertips, right? Everything is right there laid in front of you. It is available to you. It's available to you. But allowing a stronger father figure or a male figure in your life to be the one to go, no, you can't do this, and guide you away from the things that you want to do is going to slow you down in life and give you self-doubt. If you're fair in all the things that you do, everything that you put out there to the universe is going to fall into your lap, but it's not going to exactly be the way you think it's going to be. When we ask for guidance, you guys, when we ask for guidance or we ask for manifestation, you have to understand that the universe sees things one way and you see things another way, and that it's not always going to look and be presented to you exactly as you say it, or it's not going to come to you in the avenue in which you requested it always. Okay, it can come to you totally different. And then one day you look up and you go, I've had this all along. And it's beautiful. And I'm supposed to play one more card because they're like, don't ignore the things that have already been placed there. Don't ignore the things that have already been placed in front of you, because your abundance is great. And sometimes we have a hard time seeing it, but it is there. Okay, let's one more. Because then everything lands in your lap. Everything lands in your lap. Yes, table tipping was amazing. And let me see if I can find with that garbage. Let me see if I can find a real quick video to send over, just because table tipping was difficult to keep up with. We'll put it that way. But I need a short video because is that one? Yeah. Stop. Okay. I'll get a small table tipping video to you guys. Hold on one second. Okay. Because we have this new table, it kind of, I think, challenges the other tables a little bit, which is interesting, right? It's interesting. But this particular table video is of people that have never been to, some of them have never been to table tipping before. So I think that's really interesting because they had no idea what to expect. How do I download that? I want to download it. Oh, I have to do that. Do that thing. Did it? I don't know. Oh, no. There we are. I should stop touching buttons, shouldn't I? I should stop touching buttons. What? Okay. Graphics. Video clips. Upload. What are we doing here? I need to stop touching buttons. Yeah. Jessie had her Spirit app going. I have to wait for this to upload. Okay. All right. Interesting, the words that did come through. It was really interesting. We had a wonderful, wonderful evening, Saturday evening at the store. And it's usually we would try and do table tipping for like 3 hours, but we get tired now. Like everybody, and I'm just like the ringmaster, that's all. But everybody gets a little tired, so that all of a sudden everybody's like done. It's fun to watch. Okay. Yeah, Wendy, I've been all over the map. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can show this. Okay, I'm going to show this. This is table tipping from Saturday evening. Nobody is moving the table. Hold on one second. I love how that one just stopped. It said, "We're done." We're done. Good morning. Her Spirit app synced, and my recorder synced up pretty cool. Really? Did you guys have matching words? What come through on yours, Jansen? Although I would assume it would be difficult because we were playing music in the background. So those of you that heard the music in the background, of course, that's Queen. We Will Rock You. But different tables like different music. So I know that sounds weird, but when you have a spirit coming through on the table, each table has what I would consider like a control energy, and then they allow other energies to come through. So it's just really, really, really interesting. And I can show that again if anybody wants to see it. But what is that? Overlay demo. I don't even understand what that is. Can I move it? Do I move it? Can I move it? Nope. Don't touch any buttons. I gotta stop touching the buttons. Don't touch the buttons. Anyhow, we had a blast. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I think I'm frozen. I think I'm frozen. Isn't it crappy out? Do you guys like that pseudo spring? I was like, don't trust this shit. It's 70 degrees. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. I think I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. When my recorder stopped on its own, her box said, keep recording. Really? Then my recorder started up at row, row, row your boat when Jesse was at Oracle table and it moved on its own. Oh, yeah, the Oracle board moved on its own. How crazy is that? Did you guys see the video? Did it come up? Did it play? Because I'm uncertain about some of the things that have happened here this morning. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Pam Dite. How are you? Let's do it. I love you. It played. Okay, good. So how this goes, you guys, is I only read for the people that when we do whoop whoop, that's how I gauge energy. I don't read for just random question because it is I read for when spirit feels like you need to know the information. That's what I bring it across. Okay. Ooh, Pam. Hold please. I want to go with the feeling of I want to go with the feeling of as if things are being pulled out from underneath you, like things, lack of drive, lack of feeling special, lack of uh, feeling prosperous and in charge of things, like a total pullback on the reins of. And this is a difficult reading. They're all reversed. Everything's reversed, including the Tower card. So to me, this would normally mean that you are stepping away from this and you're stepping into something else. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. That's because that's not what I normally would go with. And I'm like, okay, so that's what we're going with. So just know that if you feel as if these things are going on, if you feel bereft, if you feel as if you have no drive, if you feel as if you're not in charge of things, that's going to let go. That's going to let go. And I'm supposed to pull another set of cards for you. Interesting. Because you're like, this is, oh, really, Renee? I did not know that. Good morning, Mr. Fry. Everybody say good morning to Mr. Fry. I was just telling everybody, Mr. Fry, that as of this morning, our expo is sold out. All of our vendor booths have been taken. All of our vendor booths have been claimed and staked. And we're on a roll, man. We are on a roll. We're already booking for November. Okay. Good morning, Neil. Good morning, Emily. Hey, Emily, message me if you wanna. Want to see if you want to make some money. Okay. I'm just seeing where Pam is. Okay. Let's just pull Pam a whole nother set. You're carrying everybody else's burdens. Why are you doing that? Okay, Pam. Hey. You got to share, Pam. You have to tell people what you need. If you don't share with what you need, then how are people supposed to help you? Right? Quit carrying everybody else's burden. Quit letting them bring you all the things. to carry for them, and start working on yourself, working on your own ideas, and letting people walk away that feel that they're allowed to burden you. They're not. You should have boundaries. Time to make some boundaries. Time to let go of the people that are not helping you. Time to let go of the people that are, and I'm not saying cut people out of their life. I'll never tell people to do that. But you can limit their screen time. How's that? So it's time to start moving forward. For yourself. For yourself. You do so much. You can't pour from an empty cup. That's what they're saying. You can't pour from an empty cup. You need to start doing something for you. Hey, hey. Okay. Can I get a witness? Can I get a whoop whoop? I know who I can ask about a farrier. Brian would be there saying hello too. Good morning. Good morning. You needed this. I've missed you. I have too much screen time going on. You would agree to that. Yep. Your guides are like, you should be paying more attention to this because this is a big deal. It's time to start doing stuff for yourself. Your guides called on you and they're talking about it like that plainly. That was really plain. It's time. It's time. We're going with Wendy, 5387. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. LaRonda, I have been really, really remiss on being online. We've had a lot going on. And if I'm in a bad mood, I will tell you guys, if I'm in a bad mood, don't let me forget who I called. I called Wendy. If I'm in a bad mood, I won't get online as a general rule. Sometimes I will because I'm like blue and this helps me. But if I'm in a bad mood and I've got my nose to the grindstone kind of thing, I don't come on. And it's because I'm an empath. Not only, and you guys know this, right? Empaths take things in, but we also push stuff out. So if I'm like really like this, no, you guys don't need that. You don't need me coming through your screen like that, right? So I will step away when I'm doing way too much. And we've had people in the hospital and all sorts of stuff like that. So, doing the things. Okay. But I'm happy to be here. Okay. This is a theme today, you guys. And this is for Wendy, right? 5387. Go back to Muglin, baby. Okay, I will do that. Thank you. I'm glad to know that. I am a huge projector. So Jessie knows. So she's been in the store before. When I'm in a bad mood, it rolls off me in waves. It's horrible. It's horrible. So I try not to be around people at that point. But I don't even have to say anything. I can walk in a room and it just rolls. It's horrible. It's bad. I can control what comes in, but I'm really bad at controlling what goes out. So, okay, Wendy, today's theme, women in control. It is the word. It's the thing today. Oh, what a nice reading though. Oh, this is about finding balance. Creativity. Where's your creativity? Do you have an idea? Do you have a spark? Do you have something that you want to put out to the universe? Are you holding it closer to you than you should be? You should be letting it out. Yeah, everybody knows when she's foul. You should be sharing. And a lot of that is to book private readings. Should we yes, I have to check and make sure I have some online. I'm not sure. This is my homepage. This is my this is who I have been. We do have the shop, but I am My Mystical Life. I always have been. And that's my actual page. I refreshed it a little bit, so I haven't been over there poking around. I've been working on something else. So, okay. All right. Ow. I think I need to have some carpal tunnel coming up or something. No. Okay. Back to Wendy. So they're talking about it's time to start letting things out, and don't be quiet about it. Roar about it. Find the things that work for you and what you want to talk about. And yes, been on my mind lately. Writing, giving, absolutely. Look, look at that. The thing I see on this card is the sunflower and the lions. That's what I see on this card. It's like spreading your joyful message. That's what I see. It says, right? And also, the things that you've learned from are where you get your. I know it's not what it says in the booklet, right, guys? But the things that you've learned from, that is where you're going to get your information, where you're going to get your solid foundation of how you move forward in all the things that you do in life right now. Because sometimes we live a little short-sighted. Think about things. Have some introspection. Go, you know what? This is where I learned this lesson. Balance is so hard. It is. But we have to change the way we say it, right? Balance comes to me easily and with grace. And when we start to do that, things start to loosen up. And they start to just become part of the story that you can weave. You know, when I'm doing shamanic readings, which when I do a shamanic reading, it takes about an hour and a half, because I go over so many different things. But one of the things, hey, Autumn, one of the things when I'm doing shamanic healing session is they show me your tapestry of life. How cool is this? I don't even know where this came from. I was doing a healing one afternoon, and Spirit showed me this it's like a great big macrame tapestry. And it shows me where your tangles are and how to help smooth those out and bring you a little bit more peace. So if we only knew what our tapestry looked like, and we could step into that and start to create our own peace and remove our own tangles, right? How cool would that be? You know, you all can do it. Everybody can do it. It's just a matter of stepping into it and figuring it out. Because this is how you create your balance. This is where you get your even keel, your temperance, your and I know there's a road going to the sun, but to me that means road to the sun, which is going to sound really strange, but overcoming obstacles in your life, that this is what you're going to be doing. A history of carpal tunnel. Yes, I don't have it. I have a miracle story about carpal tunnel, actually. But the road to the sun there says to me, it's time to start overcoming the things you don't think you could do and becoming who you're meant to be and filling your love with joy and others as well. So the road to the sun, why that means that when my guide said road to the sun, I went, oh, I've never seen that in that card. But road to the sun for me is conquering things. So when we lived in Montana, we went to Glacier National Park, and they have the road to the sun, road to the sun. Anyways, the road to the sun I was absolutely 100% petrified to do it, because you can't have a vehicle over a certain amount of feet. Like, you can't be, you know why? Because you're hanging off of a cliff. Mm-hmm. A cliff in your little vehicle with no guardrail. And I don't like mountains at all. Like, to drive through mountains, I'm like, there's no guardrail that's going to stop this car from going over the edge. And where was I? I was on the wrong side of the car. I was hanging off the side, so to me, that on that card, it means taking over and doing the things that you didn't think you'd be able to do. Now, mind you, I didn't drive it because I would still be there. I was a passenger. Sam kept the car going. I would still be there on hanging off the edge. Like there would be no cars moving. I would have froze. because it was absolutely horrifying and terrifying. So take on some of the things that are scary. It's time to do that. Yeah, I don't usually get like arm pain, so I don't know what that is. But my first encounter, and I'll tell you this really quickly because I think it's really interesting. When I've had my nail license, I'm a nail technician, a nail whatever. I have taught, I have trained, I have apprenticed, I have done all sorts of fun things. I've competed worldwide with my nail license and nail art and all sorts of fun stuff. And when I first started, I worked a lot of hours, and I developed carpal tunnel in both of my hands. And I went to a friend's wedding, and I was playing the flute for her wedding. And there was this guy, and his name was Preacher Pops. Now, this is before any metaphysical things were going on in her life at all. No ghost hunting, no nothing. Okay. And so I'm there, and I have on my arm braces because I am like hopeful that this will lessen with my couple days that I was off work. Traveled to Florida. And their preacher for their wedding, his name was Preacher Pops. And he walked up to me and he's like, "Can I see your hands?" And I'm like, looking at my friend like, what the hell? I'm married. So, but he's like, "No, can I see your hands?" So I took my hand braces off, and he worked on my hands each for about 15 minutes. And I'm looking at him like, this guy's crazy. Okay, like I don't know what's wrong with this person, but he's like holding his hands above my hands like this, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with him. And my friend's like, just trust him. And I'm like, okay. So the next day, the next day, I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Can I see your hands?" And I'm like, "Sure." And so he does this again, and he's like 4 or 5 minutes into it, and I feel what feels like a blowtorch on my arm, and I'm like, "The hell is that?" Scared the crap out of me. But I sat there for it, right? And he goes, "In about 4 days, you're not going to have carpal tunnel anymore. It'll go away." And I was like, "Sure." And in about 4 days, my carpal tunnel went away in both of my hands at the same time and has never come back ever. And that was in 1993. Isn't that crazy? Guess what? It was my first experience with Reiki. And I just thought he was crazy. I thought he was crazy. So, yeah, and I didn't know what it was at all. It was crazy. It worked though. So I need to maybe do some Reiki on myself. Do some vibrational healing on it. Ooh, I have that Calmify Rife machine. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. But that's a Lisaism. Can I get a whoop whoop? Sam was in the camper yesterday, and he found drums. I'm like, where did those come from? How do you have so many drums? You don't know how many drums you have. There are 2 Remo drums in there. I was like, where did those even come from? Oh, well. No, so we have new drums. Can I get a witness? Cool. When you wish upon a star. House of the Rising Sun was my past common law husband's favorite song. Are you? Okay. We'll take that too, Wendy. We'll take that too. Okay. Yeah, drum's a fun find. I have another drum. That's a drum right here. This is freak. It's cow. It's cow. We got it at Father. There's my dad, Larry Tabbert. Everybody give my dad a hi. I've tried calling a couple times. I think you're ignoring me. Just saying. Okay. Just putting it out there. Okay. I'm reading. Yeah, it was so crazy after the Drummond store. Yes. So we had a Drummond store pop. It was so weird. I'm going to have to message my guy and be like, hey. Okay. Let's see. Got a balmy drum. You took a quick nap. Let's go with Kelly Schultz. Kelly Schultz. How are you this morning? Kelly Schultz. Oh, wow. Kelly, I don't know what you have going on, but as I was just starting to shuffle, they're like, you are moving forward on you're going to have something dropped in your plate. They're going to be like, hey, can you do this? I want to tell you though. I want to tell you, make sure that you're not overloading yourself. I go get a pedicure, for crying out loud. Go do something that is going to not just, and great, getting a pedicure, we should be taking care of our feet anyways, right? Without the feet, when the feet hurt, everything hurts. But they're like, don't just do it because it has to be done. Sit there and actually enjoy yourself, or do something that is out of the norm for you to actually find a little bit of sense of peace and do something for yourself. I feel like you do so much. I feel like you have yourself here, and everybody wants a piece of you. If you're getting ear ringing, you should be paying attention to that. Your guides are like, oh gosh. Because I get this blah kind of thing, like you live out loud. You live out loud. But living out loud, you do 5. That's right. Okay, you do 5 podcasts. Kelly, holy crap, girl. Holy crap. And they're like, why? And I very rarely get this card right here, right? The Magician reversed like this says, you are giving so much of yourself. And so with 5 podcasts, you're telling a lot of stories, but how many of them are actually your story? Like, how off to exercise class, Shubli, you're my hero. How many of them are actually your story? Like, how many are from right here? Like the core. Are you centered enough? Do you find those moments of solitude and peace to be things that fill your cup? Because that's what they should be. You need to be able to sit back and find your center. If you do not find your center, I don't know if you work with Archangel Metatron or not, but this is the energy that you should be working with. And they also show me the sacred geometry. And they're like, you have so many things. You're a star seed, absolutely a star seed. I think I remember you. We've been at the same expo. We have. We were at Rock City Roadhouse last October in Illinois. I remember you. They're like, you need to find this right here to maintain everything else, or you're going to be drained, or you're going to feel drained. Not be drained, but feel drained. Man, always go. Always go, even at your own detriment, right? You're the strong one. They're like, you're going to keep going because you have the obligations. You're going to keep going. You need a good vacation. Gosh, you need a good vacation. You need a vacation and to disconnect. Disconnect. You need to disconnect. I know. I know. We had a booth. Our booth was an aisle over. We were on the opposite wall from you, Kelly. We had the Oracle board tables. You need to disconnect a little bit. Could you imagine shutting all of your electronics off and allowing nobody to get a hold of you for like a week? While it sounds delightful, I know that in your brain you're probably going, but when I come back, the amount of work would be double or triple or whatever, right? I don't think we actually talked though, Kelly. You were extremely busy. I know, I know. Disconnecting for a week sounds like more work than it does play. Because in your brain, your overachiever brain, you're going to always be thinking about how much work you're missing or who's trying to get a hold of me and I can't get a hold of them and all that. So turning it off would be a little bit more difficult for you. There's Allie Barnett, you guys. Allie is going to be in the store doing animal communication on this Saturday. Stupid excited. Stupid excited. So Kelly, I really, I would really love for you to find some peace. And if you, and here's the thing, we can all go, good morning, Janet. We can all go, it's so funny. So I'm going to use some humor. And this is exactly how our expos, you guys, got their name. Sam and I were like, we want to find a something that works with us to name the expos so that we feel that it's personal to us, right? Not like whatever. But so we were sitting on the couch and Sam went, inner peace, like on Kung Fu Panda, right? Inner peace. And he was struggling to find that inner peace. And that poor little meerkat can never find his inner peace because the panda's always all over the place, right? And I went, oh my God, that is so perfect. Because we always talk about finding inner peace, but do we actually accomplish it? Do we actually touch on that moment in the soul that is so peaceful that you could just be floating on either side? That's the peace I'm talking about, Kelly. That's the peace that enriches us and helps us feel connected to the other side, but more present here. This is great for centering, right? When we're doing qigong or tai chi or whatever, and we're doing energy work, right? We're bringing that line right down the center, but really touching on it. That's what you need to be doing, because that's where you're going to find your fuel. That's running. And I'm not saying you're running on fumes, because you have this energy that you're always going to pick up and you're always going to go. You're always going to go forward because that's who you are. But boy, you need that. Work with Archangel Metatron. And I have a guided meditation. It's over here on my computer, and it's so large that it's only like a 20-minute meditation, but it helps you find that center, that silence of the soul. If you want it, just message me and I will send it to you. I have to figure out, it'd have to be an email, I think. Okay, I hope that's helpful, because you have so much going on. By the way, dropping a single ball isn't failure. It's self-care. So there you go. All right. Hope that helps. We did not get any snow, Lisa. We have a dusting, and I see you. I saw you online, and I was thinking of you. I was going to message, stay warm. Okay. I'm scrolling. I hope that helps, Kelly. I hope that helps. Oh, let's go. Moving on. I should bring a mare over to you, Allie. She needs her feet done. You're welcome. She needs her feet done. But She also has Arthur in the front knees and getting nailed hard with snow. I'm telling you, that faux spring was bullshit. I only looked at it from the store window. I didn't get to be outside playing in it, but people were like, it's so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, this is Ohio. And has anybody been on my feed and seen all the Hawaii things I'm posting? A girl can be hopeful. I'm hoping my husband takes the hint. I will buy a tent at Walmart and sleep on the beach. I don't care. Honestly, that's probably what we would do. Love it. Okay. So once again, you guys, our expo in March is sold out. All of our booths have been sold. We are so excited about that. It's unbelievable for our very first expo to have the response that has happened. And that first one is in March in Napoleon, Ohio. So if you want to come be a spectator, come on. Oh, Heather, girl, let's go. And then our next expo, which is in November of this year, 14th and 15th, at the Lucas County Rec Center in Maumee, Toledo, Ohio. I'm not sure Toledo's had this size of an expo. So we're really excited about that. But that is now available to claim a booth, and it just became available over the weekend. So that one is going to have up to 100 booths, 2 stages. It's amazing how this has just gone and exploded, honestly. But we're also welcoming oddities into that one. I would love to welcome ghost hunting into that one as well, because I think we're all part of the same. We just sometimes see ourselves in little niches, and I think we're all part of the same, and we should be working. We should be enjoying each other's ideas and stories and all those things. Okay. I know. Heather, I'm with you, girl. Let's do it. You're wishing you were there too. I saw the black sand beach. They have one video and I was like, oh, I've been there. Then the green sand beach. And I'm like, oh, I've been there. And then the Diamond Head. I've been there. I was so excited. It's just. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a witness? I think I'm pulling the trigger today, Heather. I think I am. I need to be more than thinking. Good morning, namaste, Tristan. Sea turtles, whales. Oh my gosh. I had videos of the whales breaching off the beach on a Koalina. And I was like, okay, let's go. Let me populate this. It's just a little bit more. So scared, Heather. Trisha Stanley, Bellatrix. I love it. Trisha Stanley. I'm horrible. Like, I didn't even give our webpage, right? So you guys can go to innerpeaceexpo.com. That is our expo page for the expos. Lisa, words are hard this morning. So you can check us out there. And my husband thinks that we are going to be expanding all the way out to Nebraska. I'm not quite sure about that. But he has ideas. He always does. Yes, we are all part of a larger group. We just focus on different things. You've been watching the Hilo volcano, Kilauea? Yeah. She's angry, but she's building new land. That's the way to look at it. Trisha Stanley. Oh, Trisha. I want to talk about somebody on the other side that wants to, like, they got to see you as a baby, or they got to see a baby. So let me go here. I'm not gonna assume, because it makes an ass out of me and you. But I have this. Look at the baby. This, I feel like this is the feminine energy from the other side. And they're like, I see the baby. Do you see the baby? Look at the baby. This person is talking about, okay, gotcha. Incredibly proud. Look at me wanting to rock. Look at the baby. This is mediumship. Talking about, I'm like, well, who is this? This is an older person. It's so funny. Our ideas of being who an older person is as we get older is different. Because my idea of an older person looks like my grandma with a beehive. Honest to God, my grandma wore a beehive. A beehive. I love those pictures. Oh, let me tell you. I have to tell you what I found yesterday. Anyways, and this person, they want to talk about they were like, I don't know if they had a cough or if they had a lung problem. They absolutely have a shortage of breath. But her hair was like this length. She reminds me of my mom, like at that age and that time frame where she was just on the cusp of getting older, what we would have considered older. I don't think this person lived incredibly long life. I think they might have had maybe some sort of, that's your mom. You know who this is? Because I feel this. Oh God, I just look at the baby and this heart chakra just exploding with just so much love. Um, yes, maybe a shout out to Pele is in order. She is a big energy to work with. I've meditated to her on the beach in Hawaii. Oh my God. Um, yeah, mom was pretty when she was younger. I mean, she's pretty now. Let's see. And she wants to talk about three. Trisha, she wants to talk about three. I don't know what the number three is relevant. I don't know if there's three children, or if there's three grandchildren, or whatever. But she wants to talk about like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I feel like this is does your ear ring? Does your ear ring? Not earring. Does your ear ring? Erica, that would be, I don't, are you talking about at the store? Because you can call them and call the shop and set up a lot. Okay. Just know that your internal dialogue, like when you're talking to yourself and you feel like, boy, if this was possible, I would have this conversation. All you have to do is have that conversation, and you probably already are in your brain. Like, right, you're when we're talking to somebody on the other side, it's going to sound just like our voice. So just know that if you feel like that would be a wonderful, that was a great conversation, or if I felt like if I talked, yeah, just call the store, Erica. Just call the store. Um, or you can message me and I'll see what I can get set up. Um, Trisha, she talks to you all the time, all the time, all the time. And do you know what the number three means? Are you aware of what the number three means? And do you smell her? Do you have a scent of her? Do you smell her every once in a while? Oh, okay. Wait. Instead of that, I'm gonna retract that a little bit and say, there's been a guardian set up for this number three. I don't know if there are, if it's for children. I have three sisters. I don't speak to. I getcha. I getcha. Okay, that does make sense. So just know that there's a layer of protection about for this. Oh, that makes sense to you. Like there's protection there for that. And you can smell her often. Just know that you're not crazy. That's a thing. Don't just know you're not crazy. That is a legit thing. But I also want to tell you that I have one guide that comes through, and they always want to give the message that it's time to move forward. Like, you don't have to feel guilt. You can move forward and do your own thing because you are your own person. No matter what anybody else says, you're your own person and you can do whatever you want to do. That's what they want you to know. And then because I've heard this since I got on today. Um, uh, Jiminy Cricket, when you wish upon a star. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that's what I want to tell you. Um, when you wish upon a star, all your dreams come true, right? You have to put it out there. You have to be brave enough to say, that is what I want. That is what I want. And move forward for that, regardless of what anybody else says or what anybody else lays out for you. When you wish upon a star, that's when you have to put it out, or it doesn't happen. I hope that helps. And also, apples to oranges. And I'm going to tell you how I got this. Apples to oranges. Not everything that somebody else has is great. And yes, Jansen and Adam will help you. Absolutely. Jansen and Adam were crammed at the store the other day, man. They were so busy. So Trisha, I am going to give you a song, and that's where I get this apples to oranges things. Not everything's the same, and it's not supposed to be. I got a brand new bicycle, and you got brand new keys. And they're different. They have different degrees of joy. I know that's not what the song means, but there's like different degrees of joy. I hope that's helpful. Lovely energy. And I have to also say, she says, like, maybe I wasn't always lovely on the other side. Like, when I was alive, I wasn't always lovely. But on the other side, she sees everything and she's like, oh my gosh. You're okay. You're good. I hope that's helpful. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay, here we go. Gonna get a whoop whoop. Can I get a witness? So, yesterday, we were going through the garage. We're cleaning some stuff out, and some things I thought I'd never, ever see again. I didn't even know I had them. I didn't know I saved them. I did know I had some school pictures from, like, high school picture photo albums and stuff like that were handed out to the student body when the yearbook didn't use them. So I had some pictures of me playing basketball, and which I only played one season and I was really, really bad at it. My brain, can you imagine this squirrel brain trying to remember a play? No, it didn't work well. But I had some pictures of that. Found some pictures of my dad playing Santa Claus with Matthew, our little stepbrother, and Angel when she was little, and all these really great pictures. I found pictures of Uncle Butch and us laying on the floor all laughing, and that was just like awesome. Things I didn't know I had, and pictures of my horse when I was a kid. Right. But then I found pictures. I found letters that Sam wrote me from boot camp. And I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my God. It was so cool that these things have made it throughout the years. And I think that I need to start putting names on pictures and stuff so people know, eventually someday we're not here, that the kids know who these people are. But it was so cool to see, and since Dad's on here, pictures of me riding Amos in Point Place. And so Amos was a little brown pony that we had in a postage stamp middle of the city backyard that we should not have had there. But all these things. And I found a letter that Bill wrote me after I first called him, which was lovely. And it was just, I'm sitting in the office out in the garage going, look at all these great things. And I wondered, And I wondered, in our age nowadays, where pictures are not, oh, it was a great find. It really was. Prom pictures. So my mom cut Sam out of most of our prom pictures. Like there are no formal pictures from the prom of Sam and myself because she cut him out of him. And literally cut just him out and put it in a frame. God love her. And but there were other pictures of us getting ready and things like that. So that was really wonderful find. But in our very digital age, who prints their pictures? Do you guys print your pictures? I'm going to have to go through my phone and start printing pictures because when this phone dies, I can tell you, I have Bill's phone right here. What am I going to do with those pictures? I don't know who those people are. His phone's not charged. They're lost. Those memories are lost. How many people print their pictures? And we are missing out on some of the things that we would pass down traditionally, like these photos, right? But who really goes through them anymore? Who it used to be the photo, everybody had photo albums, right? We all have photo albums. We all leaf through them every once in a while. And now we don't do that. It's a shame, right? We create collages with them. Jesse, you're an overachiever. No, but I love that. I love that. I do because there's just a lot of things that when this phone dies and nobody charges it again, is gone. Is gone. I don't know. Interesting. It was just an interesting day yesterday going through all these pictures. And my sister, when she was so cute and little, she's not anymore. You have some pictures. You do Canva tiles and change them out every couple months. It's ever changing collage. Yeah. But I mean, some of you've been doing photo books. Oh, I have to look into that. What a great idea. There's just so many things that we don't. We used to take pictures and save that moment. And let me tell you, how many times, I don't know, people would take pictures and they would have like 4 sets made. So I'm going through, I'm like, why? Why? Maybe we were supposed to share them out. I don't know. It was just interesting. It was interesting. But it was boot camp letters. There's only 2. But, and maybe there's more. I don't know. I thought my mom saved all of our report cards. I know I saved our kids' report cards and they're into there too. But my mom saved my kindergarten report card. I have those. And I'm like, my immunization records. Okay, I might have my children's teeth in my thing. Which may sound creepy, but who saved their kids' teeth? Anybody? Now we find out that's important. Isn't that amazing? They can use our kids' teeth for stem cells. How cool is that? Yeah, if they need stem cell therapy later on in life, there they are. I don't know whose is whose, but right. You try to print the important ones. Yeah, I know, Haley. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with it. Yeah, we save it, I guess. I have a whole bookcase of photo albums, and because Dad says transfer to a thumb drive. Yeah, but you know those will have an expiration date too. So, but I do. I need to transfer. I need to start transferring because I have family photos over here. Mom brought up from back when she was a little kid. So those need to go into a thumb drive as well. Yeah. Yeah, photo paper is different what they use in development. You were 1 of 10. Holy cow. Your mom and dad liked each other. Little Ziplocs of baby teeth. Yeah. Yeah. It's creepy. But it works. Okay. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a witness? But the pictures of Uncle Butch just kind of put me over the edge. I was like, you ever guys have that one family member that just really held your heart? Yep. That was him. Okay, moving on. Look at me. Woo, I got verklempt. This is for Brandy Vale. Brandy. Oh, Brandy. Brandy. It's time to set things aside. And I'm going to show you these cards because I know you're a reader as well. The first one is the Reverse Lovers. Not. I am actually supposed to say not everything is what it looks like. The things that you think are going to bring you satisfaction are not always going to do that. Right? Oh my gosh, Wendy, I'm so sorry. There is a, Brandy, there's a new avenue of idea and invention and prosperity coming your way. It takes a little bit of courage to do some of the changes that you need to get in that direction. And I'm trying to catch what they're trying to say. It's like fill up the cup or start working on some reserves or start building so that you can move forward on new ideas. And the things that you are interested in are going to be considered a little bit different than what other people are interested in. And that's okay. But if it's really a spark for you, I want you to be able to follow that. I hope you're able to follow that because that is where fulfillment comes for you. Joy and fulfillment, prosperity. And by the way, that doesn't always mean money. Money's nice, right? But they're worried about emotional fulfillment first. And build it and they will come. You build it, they will come. I hope that's helpful because you're working on this. You're working on this. What comes around goes around. You're working on it. It's going to come full circle. Absolutely. I thought they use umbilical cord for stem cell research. They I know that they use umbilical as well, but they can get stem cells out of teeth. Because I saw something online. They're like, if you're that weird parent that saved this mess, I was like, well, no, it's me. That you could, that it's useful. So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Well, you guys, I have to get back to work. And hopefully they're transferring Augie out this way today so that I'm less on the road. And we'll see how that goes. Might have placenta. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. So I can be on a little bit more often. But as we get closer and closer to the expo, I hope that's helpful, Brandy. I've got nothing other than that. As we get closer to the expo, this will probably be my downtime in the morning. But if you are local and you want to come to the expo, we are going to be in Napoleon in March 14th, 15th. It's going to be a lot of fun. InnerPeaceExpo.com. And then if you're a vendor and you want to participate, you can always find us at InnerPeaceExpo.com and get signed up and pick your booth because we already have booths selling. We are sold out for the March show when it comes to booths. So that's a wonderful thing. And we're super excited. Attendance is going to be great. We already have people pre-purchasing tickets, all sorts of fun stuff. So, but yes, the ticket purchase is available for the November show in Maumee, Toledo, Ohio area. And we also offer the payment plan on that today. Oh, your uncle's coming home today. Yay. Yes. And on Saturday, we have Allie in store doing animal communication and we have Sound Bath. So Sound Bath is going to be an evening event this time. It's happening at 5:00, right, Jansen? 5:00? I don't have my calendar. Yes, 5 p.m. So I do actually. What? I do have it. So onward. We are going to have a wonderful week. Yes, that's what the only thing we have going on this weekend at the store is Jansen and Adam. So don't miss it. You don't want to miss on that because it's an awesome event. And then Allie doing animal communication. But we don't have anybody in on Friday. So, all right, everybody, have a great day. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here still, he'd probably be sassy. But he would also say, may the light be with you always. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.